Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in the this fall of 2022. The launch of my new single, the exclusive remastered remix, What a Wonderful World. I see Jeffree Star, James Charles too, Jaclyn Hill, Shane Dawson too, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. How are you guys doing today? Oh my God, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. You made it halfway through the week. Happy hump day. You made it halfway through the week. And I spent the better part of the day laying out by the side of the pool, listening to my music until my phone got so hot that it said temperature hot or heat overload. It's so hot in here. It's getting hot in here. So take off your clothes. I am getting so hot. Anyway, I'm really feeling like singing today. Louis, Louis, Gucci, Gucci, Fendi, Fendi. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Anyway, all right. I need to pull it in a little bit. Actually, I need some lip gloss. So today, I already posted one video, if you haven't seen. It is a video that my husband and I did together. So please go watch that video. I had a really good time doing that with my husband. I always have a good time doing it with my husband. Anyway, I wanted to get on here today, and I haven't filmed two drama videos in a long time. So I saw this drama come up, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about this. This is kind of like just lighthearted drama like I used to cover back in the day. This is the kind of drama that I like to cover, and this is about James Charles clapping back at a fan, okay? But I have to tell you what was interesting to me when I was like watching and I went in and I looked at the TikTok and all this kind of stuff, that I started getting recommended like things to do with James Charles. I can't imagine why. And I saw this TikTok that he had done with TikToker and influencer Taylor Ritchie. I don't really know much about this guy. I don't even know if I pronounced his name right. So anyway, but I saw this TikTok that they had done together, and I'm going to show you parts of it later. I can't show you the whole thing because Taylor's song, which I think is called Party Girls, is like hosted in the TikTok. So I'm just going to show you like clips of it. But I think it's very telling of who James Charles is, and it's not a character, okay? It's literally James getting in his car, and like right off the bat, like he starts like kind of being very judgmental towards this guy and like picking at him and saying like, ooh, this looks bad and whatever. And then there was like this comment later about like verification check marks, and James is like, well, I've had mine for so long. Here, let me pull my hair around here with my sugar bear hair. Halo, Tati. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. I don't have my phone with me today, but God, I wish I did. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang-dang, ding-dong, ding. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? What, dear? No, I have you on speakerphone today. No, my drama phone's over there in the box of props and fans. I know, Jane. Oh, the Women's League last night was so much fun. No, I wore my my one-piece Speedo inspired by James Charles. I love it. Oh my God. Oh my God, it just brings out all my curves, and it brings out my brand new BBL that I had. My big booty lift. It looks so good, I know. I feel so happy now that I have it. What? You're getting a big booty lift too? Well, girl, we'll just be big booties all over the world at the Chinese buffet. I know. Oh, you and me and our big booties at the Chinese buffet. I can't wait. All right, Jane. Well, I'll see you at the Women's League next week. Love you too. Bye. So anyway, I'm not throwing my real phone. We don't throw phones in this house, okay? Not even when the arguments get heated, which they hardly ever do. So anyway, I saw this being talked about on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. James Charles, who is not doing very well on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok and Goodreads and Facebook and wherever else he isn't doing very well right now as far as getting the numbers, right? Which I think we all know that the numbers are very, very important to James Charles. If you don't believe me, okay, in this TikTok that I'm about to show you, it comes across, I would say, modestly and humbly, like James Charles really cares about that verification check mark. Hope he never loses it. So anyway, you know, he's complained in the past about Instagram isn't pushing his algorithm and he's not getting the numbers and yada, 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 and all of that. Okay, so I saw this TikTok come up, and it was James Charles laying in bed. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. And he's clapping back at a fan, okay? Or, I don't know, somebody clapping back at a commenter in the comments threads on his TikTok. So let me show you the original TikTok that he did. And I have to show you it without the music because YouTube don't like that. It's called copyright, okay? They don't like it. So I'm gonna have to show it to you without the music. But it's literally James Charles doing like a trending dance on TikTok that a lot of people are. It's just kind of like this kind of, it's whatever, okay? I mean, he's got to be 36 doing these trending TikToks and Speedos. And hey, more power to you if you're having fun with it, okay? But don't get mad about it when people make comments. So anyway, this is the TikTok that James Charles originally did. So that's the TikTok that he originally did, okay? And then he received this comment from just somebody watching the TikTok and said, you know, like, you really thought you did something there or something like that. They say, I'm gonna show it to you in just a second, okay? So James Charles claps back at this person out of all the comments. Oh, actually, where are my reading glasses? These are my progressives. If you are old enough to wear reading glasses, you'll know that there's regular reading glasses and there's progressives, okay? Progressives are like, I don't know that really, every time I try to explain it in a video, people are like, no, you're completely wrong. But they're like when you can see everything, if you're like walking, you can see in the distance, but you can also see up close. I don't love them, okay? They kind of freak me out a little bit. So anyway, let me get in here and read you what I have. Okay, so his first comment was he thought he did something, okay? And it has 424 responses and replies to it. The number one and the top one is James Charles responded right to him with this TikTok that he made. Are you ready? Here you go.
I get so much entertainment from watching people try so hard to get the top comment on my videos by saying dumb shit like this. Because what does this even mean? He thought he did something? Babe, what do you, what do you think that I think I did? Like, do you envision me like hitting post on this video and sitting there being like, oh, 100 million likes, here we go, this is the video, you guys, this is it. I just did the trend. Took me 30 seconds to film, hit post, haven't thought about it since. Like, it's not that deep. Like, what do you think you did with this comment? Do you think this is going to be your moment? Yeah, I thought it was going to go viral. 2,000 likes from bullying James Charles. Time to quit the job, move to LA, become a star. Yeah. God, I love this app.
So there you go. James Charles coming for a fan. You really thought you did something there. What'd you think you were going to do? Get the number one comment? He did. He did, James, and you gave it to him, okay? Ratioed! I can't believe I used that. I have for so long been trying to figure out this ratio stuff. Listen, I'm 50, y'all. I'm the old man on YouTube, and I'm so hard trying to figure out all these terms and stuff like that. What was the one that I didn't know like a long time ago that Nikita Dragon used to use? Oh, T-H-O-T, and I would always say thought, and I didn't know what that meant, and then I searched it up in Urban Dictionary. You know what that means? Oh my Lord, it means that hoe over there. I did not know that for the longest time because I'm the old man of YouTube. But anyway, James Charles, you got ratioed, okay? I'm sorry. And I'm probably using that wrong, and people are like, the real people, fans of James Charles are like, he did not get ratioed. Who cares? I'm going to put it in the title, okay? James Charles claps back at fan and gets ratioed. That's what I'm putting. And the people that watch my videos are like, Peter, I just love you. I don't even know who these people are. They're going to be like, what is ratioed? Well, this is drama class, okay? And today is the math section of drama class. So bring out your protractors and your calculators because we're going to do ratios, okay? And here it is. Here you go. James Charles used to get, okay, 16 million views a video. Now James Charles gets 1/100th of those. Do the ratio. It's math, okay? And if you get it right, you get extra credit. So more power to you. Okay, snap spirit fingers. Okay, so anyway, you know, when I saw this, I just was like, James Charles at times tries to act like this really nice person, blah, 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 whatever. It's like, I think there's the character James Charles, and then there's the real person James Charles. And the character that he wants to portray is like this person that is like super nice and has all these friends and is super friendly and all this kind of stuff, right? And then there's James Charles that really isn't that likable. And I think that at times he shows this, and this is who it is, right? This arrogant, cocky person that he is, right? Like, what did you think you did there? And it's interesting to me, okay, that James Charles says in this video that you, like, got 4,000 likes or something, and then for bullying James Charles. Girl, seriously? Seriously, okay? We need to talk about this for a second. Now, as somebody... okay, and I've talked about this in many of my videos. I've done extensively specific videos about this, okay? Even went to therapy for it, all right? As somebody that was bullied, okay, physically, emotionally for 12 plus years and pushed into lockers, physically, you know, like had issues, even people that came to me and said, like, if you don't do these certain acts on me, it's going to be a problem, and on and on and on, okay, to where I was afraid to go to school on a daily basis. To then take that word and use it on a comment on a video where somebody is saying, you really thought you did something, that is not bullying, okay? And I'm really tired of that word being used out of context. The reason why is, I don't care what anti-bullying procedures we put into the schools. I don't care how teachers are aware of it, which so many more teachers are aware of it, instead of when I went to school where the teachers and the deans would look at me and say, what did you do to provoke it? What was your part in this? And I had no part in it whatsoever, except for that I was an effeminate teenager. I have huge issues with this word being thrown around to the point where it literally has no power whatsoever for the people that are truly being bullied today. And I'm sorry, when you're a public figure and you're getting a comment that says, it's not a bullying comment, it wasn't even a harsh comment, it just was, hey, you thought you did something here. Sorry, James, you did, okay? You thought you did something by doing this trending video. Okay, you wouldn't have done it if you hadn't thought, well, I'm going to do this trending video and it's going to trend. That's what you thought you did, okay? And that's what this person was saying. Like, you really thought you did something here by doing this dancing video that nobody cares to see anymore on your channel. That's the reality, okay? We have all of these programs in place today for cyberbullying and bullying in the schools and on and on and on. And there are still so many people that are bullied. People are bullied in their own families. People are bullied in the workplaces. People are bullied by their own friend groups, okay? Really harshly bullied on a daily basis. That affects their self-esteem, their self-worth, and all of that. And James Charles wants to get in a video, you know, and say, and he's received much worse comments. So I'm not really sure why this is the comment that he chose, but it doesn't sit well with me. I don't like it, okay? Just to me, it's whatever. And there were a lot of people underneath this comment that were like in favor of James. Of course they would be, right? And this guy ended up turning his, I don't know if it was before or not, but he ended up turning his, he or she, TikTok private, because I'm sure he is just being inundated with negativity from James Charles fans, right? Because James Charles answered this and put this in his thing, this you did something there, right? But what's interesting to me, okay, is that James Charles, at a time of his all-time low, of his career tanking, of him not getting any views, of him, like, doing problematic videos, of which he still is, okay, where he says things that are problematic in his videos, and he just really doesn't read the room whatsoever on the status quo of who James Charles is today. People don't care about James as much as they used to. His career is on the out, okay? And the one thing that he has is his interaction with his fans. Don't step on your fans, James. Whether they're saying something to you or not. Maybe take it in as, you know, open criticism and be like, well, what do they mean by this? Maybe they're, you know, somebody that doesn't really like you. I was going to say hater. But I don't think saying to somebody, you know, like, you really thought you did something here is really a hateful comment. I just really don't understand it, you know? Like, listen... I receive some pretty harsh comments on my videos from time to time. That ain't it, okay? That is not even anywhere near anything that I've received on my videos. So do I believe that James Charles has received much worse comments? Absolutely, okay? So then I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about how James Charles recently put out this Instagram story where he was like, I want to meet my soulmate and I want to meet more friends. Even though I just got back from Palm Springs with my friends and they all came up there for my birthday weekend. Forget those people that are with me all the time. I want to meet new friends. I want to meet spontaneous friends that can just go and do whatever I want them to do at the moment. You know, like, and it's like, well, James, that's not how the real world works. And he said in the video that he always kind of wonders, like, what would have happened if he had never become an influencer and he had just, like, lived a regular life, like, who his friend group would be, right? And it was interesting because I did a video covering that, and the amount of younger people in the video that responded and said, I'll tell you what your life would be like, James, not even being able to afford gas from one side of the town to the other to hang out with your friends, okay? Or having to manage 2 jobs, or having to get a job when you're out of college because you can't get a job in the field that you want to get it in, okay? So I'm sorry that you live in your beautiful house out there in California and you get to spend a weekend or a week in Palm Springs with your friends filming TikToks by the pool, but most of us out there, okay, do not live that glamorous life, right? And people, I think that's the thing, is that James Charles is not very good at reading the room. Okay, he's not very good at being relatable to his people because from a very young age, he sprang up from stardom and got all this attention, right? Okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, like, this whole, like, friend group thing, it's interesting to me, the people that hang out with him and stay around him, right? Like, I've always kind of wondered that. And through the years, you've seen, like, people come and go. Like, I don't ever see Charlie or Dixie D'Amelio associated with him anymore. What was that about? Nobody talked about that, okay? Or did they? And I just missed it. So if there's something about that that I'm unaware of, let me know in the comment section below. But I'm like, they were so close. Remember, James Charles did that video, Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio, where he went over there and ate dinner with them, and Charlie was like, I wish I had hit 100 million of whatever she said in that video. And, you know, and James ate dinner with the D'Amelio family. Do you remember all that? Okay, he was really close with them and put them in videos and did videos and TikToks with them and stuff like that. I don't know what happened, but they're really not friends anymore. Okay, I don't think, because I don't see them ever associate with each other. So, although I did see this guy, like this TikTok, and he was like giving Charlie D'Amelio, he was like dancing in a circle. I don't know, maybe he's somebody famous. I have no idea. And like I said, old man on YouTube, ratioed. I get ratioed all the time. Okay. And this guy like turns to Charlie D'Amelio while he's like dancing and he flips her off. Anyway, so I did come across this TikTok though, right? And it's with this Taylor Ricci guy. Is it Ricci? I don't know. Christina Ricci. It's spelled the same way. So he has this song out called Party Girls or something like that. And James gets in the car and he goes, I wrote this song for you, okay? This is the TikTok. And so James starts listening to the words, and it's this Party Girls song, okay? But it's like, and so the whole thing is kind of a parody, except you can tell when you're watching it that James's responses to it are not a parody. And he has like this ponytail thing at the beginning, and like right at the get-go, like James kind of comes from this pony, he's like, what is this? He's like, ooh, I don't like, what is that? And it's like, if this is how James is with his real friends, like I would be embarrassed if this was posted on TikTok or anywhere for people to see me interacting with like my friends like this, okay? I lift my friends up. I don't tear my friends down. I don't like that. I don't understand that. You know, my friend Tanya Jean and I, if I got in a car with her and I said, what is this that you're doing with your hair? First of all, she would look at me and she'd say, well, I thought I looked cute today. Like that really hurts my feelings, you know? I don't understand. James Charles really feels like he is the answer, okay? So I'm going to clip this TikTok up and take the music out so I can show it to you. But I want you to pay attention to two parts. I want you to pay attention to the first part where he's talking about this ponytail. He talks about it at the end too. And I also want you to notice the part where he talks about the verification check mark, because I think it's very telling of who James Charles is as a person, how very important those things are to him, and that he really hasn't learned anything at all, and that those are the things that remain important to him today. So here you go.
Hi, Teo.
Hello.
What the fuck is that in your hair?
What? You know
That's
it's my ponytail.
a rat tail. Looks disgusting.
That's rude.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, I wrote a song about you.
You wrote a song about me?
About you. You
Stop biting your lip.
Let me know what you think of it.
It's me for another Instagram whore, babes.
You're lying. Keep
It's
listening.
bad. You say blue check mark gives me the rush? I've had the blue check mark.
Okay.
6 years now.
So do I, though.
Barely.
You like it, though.
Do you think that I care about your blue check mark?
You're just being rude now. I'm sort of over it.
You literally wrote a diss track about me.
Yeah.
Get out.
Get out of my car.
Literally leave.
I'll see you tomorrow. Shut up.
You will never see me again. Not until you cut that rat tail.
So there you go. So anyway, and I don't know how old that TikTok is. I went in to try to find how old it was, and I couldn't see the date on it or anything like that. Probably says right on the TikTok, and I didn't notice. It probably says 3 years ago, and you're like, Peter, this is from 3 years ago. I don't care, James Charles hasn't learned anything in 3 years. But I didn't notice anywhere on there, because I went in and I looked to see how old it is. So I don't know how long that song has been out or whatever, probably a year ago. Here, I should probably look it up and see. Party Girls. Hold on. Party Girls, Taylor. Oh, shoot. Because if I don't do this, then somebody will say, Peter, that song has been out for so long. Release date. Release. Oh, shoot. I can't see anything without my reading glasses. Okay. Taylor Ritchie, Party Girls. Official video. No, it came out June 16th of 2022. So this is a recent video. This is a recent TikTok within the last, 6 months that came out. So this is how James Charles talks to his friends. You should be real proud of that, James. You should be proud of the fact that you even have friends that stand by you, let alone ones that pick you apart. So I don't know. Clapping back at fans, picking apart friends. Like, he really feels like he did something. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.